Hello everyone, this is Ranjita and I'm back today with some simple card making tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how you can do some negative space coloring and spotlight coloring. So let's quickly get into the video. For today's video, I am using these designs from Vardha Sharma's April release. So here what I have done is I have taken a single floral image and I have repeatedly placed it on a frame like this. Similarly here I have taken a rectangular frame and I have placed a bunch of floral image from the same April release. So just like I have done in the first sheet, I have taken the same copy another 2 times in a different sheet. So now what I am doing is I am carefully cutting off this image. So this will be the front panel for my A2 sized card. The point I want to show you here is when you look at some digital images, you do not have to use them directly as how they are. You can use your imagination and you can make your own pattern papers, or you can make a foliage, or you can just overlap them one on top of the other and make a bunch of flowers like this. This would become a beautiful background, just like how you have your background stamps. So I have taken 2 pieces exactly the same way. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to make spotlight coloring using digital stamps. So here I am taking some triangular dies and I am cutting out 2 panels from one of the printed images. You can use a rectangle or square or any other shape that you want to do your spotlight coloring on. I wanted to show you with these triangular frames that I had. So in case if you do not have dies, you can might as well cut out a shape with a craft knife as well. So as you can see here, I have taped down my dies and I have run it through my die cutting machine, and now I am carefully peeling off the dies. So as you can see here, I have 2 panels cut out from my printed image here. Don't throw away this panel. You can also use this as another card backdrop as well. All you need to do is you need to have some colored cardstock beneath it, and you can have some critters peeping through these windows as well. So this is also another way of doing 2 for 1 technique kind of card. So once I am done with all the cutting, now I am carefully coloring these panels. So just like I show you in all my videos, I am doing very basic coloring and I am using alcohol markers to color my images here. So I am first going with a lighter shade of green to color my leaves first. I prefer doing the leaves in this particular image because since the image is so crowded, I wanted to demarcate the leaves first so that my floral images are clear and visible for me to color them. First I am going with a very light shade of green, and then I am adding shadows with a darker shade, and then I am blending both the shades together. I am doing the same thing with the florals as well. First I am going with a light shade of yellow, then I am taking a shade of orange and blending it wherever I want the shadows. You can color these images with absolutely any particular medium that you are comfortable with. You can use color pencils, you can use pastels, you can use watercolors, anything. But in this video, what I wanted to show you is just with a simple digital image, you can play around with so many designs and you can create your own unique designs as well using the same image. So the next time you want to play around with some digital images, try thinking a little different. You can make your own pattern papers, or you can make clusters of florals like this, and you can make your own designs as well. In my previous videos, I have shown you many more different ways of how you can use simple digital images and turn them into beautiful cards. I will link them above here. I hope you will check out those videos too. So I am done coloring with this panel. I will complete coloring the other triangular panel also. Now I am taking the other printed digital image and I have matted it with a sheet of orange cardstock here. This is just to add a little more interest to my card. Once I am done matting my background image, what I am doing is now I am carefully placing this triangular piece of colored image here. so that they carefully line with each other. Since you have printed the same image twice, lining these pieces is very easy. So with digital images, selective coloring is very easy, or what you call as spotlight coloring is very easy. So here I am aligning the second triangular piece as well. This is the reason I prefer using liquid glue, because it gives me a little wiggle room so that I can align my panels well. That's it, our card base is ready. Now all we have to do is we need to add a sentiment to it and put the card together. So here I have added a sentiment with some double-sided foam adhesive just to add a little dimension, and I'm placing it onto an A2 size top folding card here. That's it, our first card is done. Now moving ahead to the second card. For this I have started with a rectangular frame onto which I have placed these beautiful flowers from the April release of Vardha Sharma Designs. She's got an amazing collection of florals. Make sure you check out the entire release of digital stamps for this month. As always, I'm starting with the leaves. I'm starting by coloring them with a lighter shade first, and then I'm coming back with a darker shade and adding some slight shadows here. I am not the perfect artist to follow my coloring, but I think I'm happy with the way I color, and this gives me a lot of relaxation. So make sure you enjoy your artwork and you do it the way you want. Once I'm done coloring the leaves, I'm going back and coloring the flowers. I'm repeating the same step for all of them. First I go with a lighter shade, and then I add highlights and shadows to my already colored base with a darker color. I usually like my florals to be bright and colorful. Especially for this card, I wanted to color all the flowers in very bright and happy colors. This would make a very cheerful card, so I decided to have all sorts of bright colors in my floral bunch. Considering the duration of the video, I have sped the coloring part of this video, but this is not how fast I color. I usually take a lot of time to color my images, but since it is very difficult to add an entire coloring process in the video, I usually fast forward this step alone. I'm done coloring all the floral images. Now comes the fun part. You can leave this image as it is and add it onto your card front. But I thought I would show you a little different technique on adding these digital images. What I'm doing is I'm coloring the entire background black. Yes, you heard me right. I'm trying to even color the negative space of this image. This adds a complete new look to this image altogether. While doing it with regular traditional stamps, you could always emboss your image onto a dark colored cardstock and then continue coloring. But here with digital images, I wanted to show you how easy it is to add a black backdrop to your panel. So as you can see here, how different the regular stamp looks when you add a black background to it. You can see the difference clearly here. So I have colored half of the panel. Now I am coloring the remaining part also. But here I have a small tip. Be very careful while adding black here. Be careful with your lines, because at this point if you make a mistake, you would ruin your entire coloring that you have done so far. So be very careful while adding black. Use a very light hand. Try doing it in small short strokes so that you don't end up your previously colored image. So this was another simple idea on how you can use a regular digital image and turn it into something that looks entirely different. So here I am done coloring my panel. You can see how beautiful it turned out. Very simple but easy technique on how you can use your regular digital stamps in a slightly different way and give it an entirely unique look. So here you can see our completely colored panel. Now I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this entire image so that I can add it onto a card front. My image is fussy cut here. I'm going to add it onto an A2 sized card base. But before adhering it, all I am doing is I'm taking my black marker and running it all around the borders of the fussy cut image. This brings in a lot of difference to your image and also adds a clean and professional finish to your fussy cut image. After that, I am going to apply some liquid adhesive to my fussy cut panel and I am going to adhere it onto the red card base here. That's it. Just a simple digital image and a little difference in your coloring would make a beautiful card in just no time. I'm going to add a little sentiment with some double-sided foam adhesive just to add some dimension to my card. This would be a perfect, cheerful and bright card for that someone special in your life. So these were the 2 floral cards that we have made today. I hope you liked this. You can see the close-up images of all the finished projects here. Beautiful, bright and cheerful floral cards. I have shown you how easy it is to do spotlight coloring with digital stamps, and at the same time I have also shown you how negative space coloring can bring in so much difference to your regular floral images. I hope you liked this video and you will definitely give these coloring techniques a try. If you make something similar, don't forget to share it with us on our social media and tag us along. We would love to see what you have made. All the products are linked in the description box below. I will be back soon with some more crafty inspiration. Until then, bye.